Alright, welcome back. What will today's curry taste like? As Lena hummed along, her very well-practiced hands wielded her knife. Indeed. The rhythmical sound of the knife hitting the cutting board harkened to kind images of days long past. What? Simply put, it was perfect. It was so calm and practiced, I seriously don't stand a chance. I looked over at Satoko and Rika-chan. Satoko was in charge of washing the vegetables, while Rika-chan was in charge of peeling them. That's what I heard being discussed, but Rika-chan's knife skills are something else as well. She was happily rotating the potato and peeling it quite quickly. On top of that, the peels spanned the entire potato. What was that called again? Katsuramuki? I've heard that peeling a vegetable in one loop around like that is highly regarded technique. She picked up the peel from the sink and carved a pair of eyes into it with her knife. It's a snake! Rawr! Saying that, she placed the longly peeled potato. Longly. I'm sorry, that's amazing. Longly peeled potato skin on top of the head of a boy from her group. Longly. She wasn't even breaking a sweat. When it comes to Rika-chan and cooking, I couldn't even hold a candle to her. But raw? Do snakes make that sound? Alright then, how's Mion doing? She's definitely just fumbling along. There's no way she can peel a potato so effortlessly like that. Absolutely no way. Nani? This can't be. You've got to be kidding me. This is a trick. She's using special effects. Where's the wire? She's definitely using a wire. Hehehehe. Here, take a look-see. As if she had already won, Mion proudly showed me the elongated potato skin. The longly peeled. You didn't know, Keiichi. Mi was taught how to cook by her grandma. Not just cooking. From sewing to flower arrangement to playing the koto. From marksmanship to radio operation, even helicopter piloting is but one of the myriad things she can do. Get wrecked. Strangely enough, the latter items were more realistic. It was the first few items on that list that seemed like a lie. She's actually really good at cooking. It's just such a hassle that she never does it though. Damn it. I'm also really good at cooking, especially Chinese food. Keiichi, boiling something and pouring it into a bowl doesn't count as cooking. Get some salve for that burn. Shot down before I could even say it. Oh ho ho! Too bad for you. Today Keiichi-san shall be assuredly languishing in defeat all alone. Clank. Tough words from somebody who can't even cook by herself. Wah, Rika. There. I'll destroy Keiichi for you. Get wrecked. Ugh, this does not look good. Everybody is smirking at me. Don't raise the white flag yet, Keiichi Maebara. Don't throw away this match. Calm down and think. Not about how to peel those potatoes well, but about how to win this challenge. There's too many people watching. I'm going to work at another sink. Saying only that, I gathered up all the vegetables and left that spot behind. Will Keiichi-kun be alright? I'm worried he might cut himself with his knife. Let's see what Kei-chan's doing. No matter how hard I try peeling these, if I slip up at this speed, I'll lop my fingers right off. Then, there's only one thing left to do. Tomita-kun, Okamura-kun. Oh, you guys were in a group of 4, huh? It was the 2 underclassmen that had become my sworn brothers ever since the event at that toy store last Sunday. They had been paired with 2 girls for their group. Yep, both the girls are pretty good at cooking. So both of us can just mess around and we'll be okay. Both of them pointed at the girls. They're not as good as Lena, but they were both good enough at handling a knife. I'll get straight to the point. At this rate, I'm going to lose this contest. give me the vegetables your group has peeled already. Maebara-san, that's pretty much theft. But depending on what's in it for us. In other words, it depends on the terms of negotiation. Quite bold of you guys. Well, that's to be expected. Then let's do this. If I win, I'll let you eat the curry that Satoka and Nika-chan's group makes. How about that? Eh? I don't know about that. Both of them were hesitant after such a weighty proposal. Just one more little push seems in order. Very well then, let's make them an offer they can't refuse. I pulled both of them close by the shoulders and made my offer in a hushed tone. Of course, that includes the part that Satoko and Nika-chan have already eaten some of. I'll even throw in the spoons. That's gross. That's absolutely gross. A red mist spouted vigorously from the noses of the two underclassmen. That is gross. Keiichi-san is also pretty good at this. Those are some very nice potatoes. Hey, nice potatoes, bro. Having brilliantly cleared the vegetable peeling challenge, I returned to my comrades in triumph. Whoa, amazing, amazing! Keiichi-kun's peeling is really good. That's not quite right. What Kei-chan has bared isn't a potato, but his fangs. Oh! Yeah, I'm super serious about this. I'll crush you all. Curry is serious business. Having finished with preparing the vegetables, next is to boil a pot of water, then add the vegetables in order of which takes longest to cook. I learned this part from my mother when we went camping. But just cooking in order, it probably won't garner a lot of points. Look over at Lena. She had a variety of vegetables cooking together in a delicate balance. She wasn't being ambitious or calculating a way to win the game. She was making delicious food with a mother's touch. I have a feeling that I could somehow compete with Mion in terms of technique, but I would be no match for Lena. She was way out of my league. When my mother makes curry, you see, she always uses lots of ingredients. That's why Lena's curry uses a lot of ingredients as well. I really wanted to take all night and stew it nice and slow. Oh. I beg of you, will you please help just a little with my curry? No. Get wrecked. This is one of our club activities. I like the simple no. Lena won't lose. Oh, when she enters club mode, even the normally kind Lena becomes an enemy. No. Looks like Nika-chan is cooking apples as well. Oh, girl, yes. Oh, she's like a pro at this. Yes, add those apples. How about Mion? What? Mion, what the heck is that? Where did you get meat from? The secret ingredient is meat. Yes. I predicted what we would be doing today by looking at the schedule, so I prepared accordingly. My curry is going to be marvelous. Upon closer inspection, it looks like Mion brought her own vegetables and spices and other ingredients. They were spread all over the place. Mion, just for today, you brought all this stuff from your house? Objection! Igiari! Chie-sensei, there's no way this is allowed, is it? Objection overruled. As long as it makes for delicious curry, anything goes. Oh, for that normally serious teacher to go so far as to append a star to the end of her sentence. Oh, I hate it when people say stars at the end of their sentence. Stars. Just as the rumors said, she's a through and through curry freak. Lena and Nika-chan are naturally gifted chefs. I've come with thorough preparations. And Kei-chan, what about you? Hehehehe. It's hopeless. In the grand scheme of cooking, peeling the vegetables is only a small part of it. The hurdles I must overcome are just too numerous and too high. Maebara-san, over here. Turning around, I saw the voices calling me belonged to the two underclassmen from earlier, Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun. What's up, you guys? What's up with that pot? Is that from your group? Switch this with your pot before somebody notices. I think that the curry the girls from our group made, at the very least, is better than what you could make. So much shade. You guys? For me? Don't get the wrong idea. If you don't win, then Oh, that's right. If I don't win, then the talk of eating Satoko and Nika-chan's curry goes right out the window. It seems like you guys are getting riled up about this too. Sorry, I'm in your debt. But I'm surprised the girls in your group agreed to this. Mayabara-san, we're also serious about this. Filling in on day duty 3 times, these guys, to assure me victory, have paid the price. That gaze filled with burning conviction from my underclassmen. Yeah, I'm not fighting this alone. I'm fighting this with everyone. Leave it to me. Save some room, boys. I'll definitely let you eat your fill. We shall be eagerly awaiting your victory. It's a gas stove, so controlling the heat is easy. All that's left is to let it stew a bit. The delicious smell of curry began wafting upwards. The pot gifted to me by my 2 underclassmen certainly drew some double takes. Nena even looked surprised when she came to take a look, so it must be pretty good. Kei-chan, you're pretty good. It looked like this will be a good match right to the bitter end. Nena wants to eat Keiichi-kun's curry. Curry! Nena's curry and Mion's curry too. Everybody is a worthy opponent. I've done my very best, but I'm not sure of the outcome. Keiichi-san, Rika's calling you. Go see what she wants. Nani? Rika-chan's calling me? What could it be? Well, whatever. While I'm at it, I can gather some intelligence on the enemy. Rika-chan was doodling on the ground in front of the pot. Yes, because all that's left is to let it stew. Let it stew, let it stew, let it stew. Even then, it's good to know that she doesn't leave the stove unattended. Hey Rika-chan, how's yours doing? It's Mr. Curry. Huh? Rika-chan was doodling something strange and introduced it as Mr. Curry. Indeed. Mr. Curry is amazing. He shoots beams from his eyes. Yes, don't we all? Pew pew! Me too. Apparently Mr. Curry shoots beams from his eyes. Drawing a beam with a stick, she etched a line towards my feet. Does this mean I've been shot with a laser? Whoa! Barrier! Beam reflect! I took another stick in my hand and reflected the beam, striking Mr. Curry. What am I reading? Mr. Curry can shoot missiles from his stomach. Yes, can't we all? Pishoo! Hooah! Mayabara super electromagnetic barrier! And retaliatory beam! Mr. Curry absorbs the beam energy and fires his impulse wave cannon. Nika-chan and I scratched at the ground, thoroughly engrossed in our doodle war. I'm sorry. As an Australian, this is terrible to read. Wait a moment. Hey Nika-chan. You called me here for a reason, right? Yes, I called you. Indubitably. But I've already fulfilled my purpose. I'll get wrecked. At that moment, a chill ran up my spine. Already fulfilled her purpose? They got me. Headed back to my pot. Standing there, just as I feared, was Satoko. With no questions asked, I drop-kicked the back of her head. That's abuse. What do you think you're doing? You know better than to do that to a lady's head? Who cares about that? Satoko, did you mix something in my curry? How impertinent. I haven't fallen that far. Despite what you may think, I'm a fair person, you know? Then what's this incomprehensible line of ladles and plates? Leaving them all in these unstable conditions. If they fall over, what will you do? At that moment, a gentle breeze blew by, knocking over a ladle that was stood up on its end. The ladle, like a domino, fell over and knocked over the next cooking utensil in a row. Whap, 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 whap. Clank, clank, thud, thud. This is art. Come to think of it, Domino World Record Challenges were quite the rage on television a while back. Kei-chan! The frying pan! I didn't even have time to react. The chain reaction knocked over a cutting board, then a frying pan. The next after that was my pot. Crash! The fry pan struck my pot full force, tipping it over. The contents cruelly spilled out, and now my masterpiece was being sampled by the schoolyard. It's oddly poetic. I stared, dumbfounded. It was such a beautiful and elaborate mousetrap that for a moment I lost touch with reality. Oh my, this is a catastrophe. I didn't do anything, you hear me? Oh ho 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 ho. At the very last moment, I had let my guard down. I ignored the culinary incompetent Satoko for far too long. Even if she couldn't cook, Satoko still had this method of fighting back. Just then, Nana, who had been sampling her own pot, let out a scream. What? Nana's curry is salty? Salty? Was Nana also sabotaged? Then what about Mion? My rice is salty! I've been had. Played me like a damn fiddle! Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh, she is a menace. With this, all the obstacles in my way have been taken care of before the fight even begins. Get wrecked. All that effort wasted. So sad, so sad. So sad, too bad. So very, very sad. Nika-chan and Satoko rubbed my dumbfounded head to their heart's content. Pushing the desks together, it was about time for the meals to be judged. The delicious odour of curry spread throughout the courtyard. The members of the forestry service, to whom we owed gratitude for their daily work, were guided to their seats. The principal gave a bit of a ceremonial introduction. Next, the teacher expressed her desire for them to judge the curry contest. The men from the forestry service seemed to like that kind of thing and gave their enthusiastic approval. Well, yes, it's curry. Curry is great. Well then, is everybody finished? We'll now have all the judges sample your cooking. Everybody in the class brought up their painstakingly made curry and arranged them on the desk. The only club members who managed a decent result were Nika-chan's group. Knowing full well it was a failure, Lena plated her curry for the judges. She already knew she was going to get a low score. But at least she was still able to serve hers. Both Mion's and my curry were completely obliterated, so we couldn't even line them up on the table. The judges started from the curry made by the lower grades. They had a lively discussion, praising the food. Finally, it was our curry's turn. Next up is Ryugu-kun's curry. Yes, this looks quite appetizing. The principal cheerfully shoveled a spoonful of Lena's salty curry into his mouth. Something that I just read. Of course, his expression immediately changed. Oh my, what happened, Ryugu-san? It seemed so delicious when you were cooking it. Chie-sensei must have had some expectations, judging from her disappointment. Oh, I'm sorry. I might have added a bag of salt by accident. These things happen. The rest of the judges grimaced after they each had a bite. I feel sorry for them. Failure is but the seasoning for success. I'm looking forward to next time. Oh, that's very nice. Do your best. Saying that, the principal devoured the rest of the over-salted curry in one go. Truly a man amongst men. Indeed. Nena was down and out. Her offensive capabilities were something else, but she was defeated due to her weak defense. Well then, please savor our curry next. I see that Furude-san's group put a lot of effort into their curry. Reading is very difficult for me today. Let's see here. It's simple, but very nicely done. Stars. There was also the incident with Lena's salted curry right before this, so the judge's assessment was extraordinarily high. Maybe not just extraordinary, but perhaps today's forerunner. The judges began a heated debate. One of those judges let out a sigh as he removed a chunk of carrot with his spoon. Yeah, this kid's curry really isn't half bad. But I don't like carrots, you see. Personally, I think that carrots are a staple of curry. But I guess to each their own. However, seeing that, Rika-chan read the nameplate of the chest of his coveralls and began to speak. That's no good, Kyoji. You have to eat your carrots. What is she saying all of a sudden? Everybody turned to Rika-chan with a stunned look. But what Rika-chan just did was super effective. The carrot-hating judge began stuffing his face with curry while tears streamed down his face. Kyoji, there's seconds if you want them. Sob, Mommy! It's getting weird. While crying like that, he continued to shovel curry into his mouth. That's right. Rika-chan's curry was by no means simple. No, that curry had the taste of a mother's cooking. With the carrot-hating judge out of the picture, Rika-chan's assessment was unanimous. Oh ho ho, nobody can stand up to Rika's curry. Satoko let off a shrill laugh as she declared victory, but at that moment... Don't be fooled, my esteemed judges. Don't be deceived into thinking that this meager slop is the taste only a mother can provide. What you people actually wanted to eat was this kind of curry, wasn't it? Oh, all of a sudden, in its perfect glory, Mion's curry. Not only the judges, but the teacher, the underclassmen, and of course myself, could only gasp in admiration. Hamburg steak with a demi-glaze sauce and a fresh salad. It's a set. It wouldn't be stretching it to say that this was a full-course meal. It's perfect, perfectly made. Amazing, amazing! Mi-chan, you're amazing! Mi-chan, you're amazing! Satoko was also shocked. Even Rika-chan couldn't hide her surprise. It seems the victor was decided without even needing a taste. Of course, the hamburger was hand-kneaded. The salad also had a home-style dressing, but of professional quality. And the curry, not even a micron of grit. This is sublime. Truly a taste to savor, Sonozaki-san. This curry is no doubt a living testimony to 6,000 years of Indian knowledge in beautiful harmony with Japanese cuisine. I'm elated. This deserves full marks. I'm giving it 100 points. Aw, you're welcome. I'm just trying to set an example as class representative. Mion bowed politely, and then winked at us with a smirk on her face. I admit defeat. There's no way this is happening. I'm certain I sabotaged that pot of rice. That's right. Satoko had dumped salt into Mion's rice cooker, which should have ruined it. At that moment it hit me. I spun back towards my own canister. That's why! At some point, my cooking canister had been opened, its contents completely emptied. Damn you, Mion! You used my rice! That's no fair! Indeed, that's no fair. Hand over half of your curry. Mion clucked her tongue and waved her finger at me as a smirk washed over her face. Whoa there, Kei-chan. You're not taking this seriously enough. You gave up at the last moment. I didn't. That's the difference between us, you tell him. As soon as you give up, it's all over. Gah! I couldn't even properly voice my shame. Mi-chan, I feel sorry for Keiichi-kun. Just give him at least a little. It's fine, it's fine. This is a lesson. Kei-chan just learned that you shouldn't give up on the contest until it's all over, right? It loathes me to say it, but Mion is right. To give up so quickly on the match was my own folly. For Mion to have brought that to my attention, I should actually be thankful to her. Well then, did that mean that even in this situation, I shouldn't give up? My curry was overturned while it was still in the pot, and I don't even have any rice left. How in the blazes am I not supposed to lose hope in this situation? Mayabara-san. Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun suddenly appeared. Damn it. Even though my protégés had tried so hard, I wasn't able to meet their expectations. It was an accident. There was nothing you could do. Both of them were dejected. Gah, I couldn't accept defeat so easily. I was their senior. What would I be if I didn't pick up the broken pieces of the dream I had shown them? I just learnt it from Mion just now, didn't I? Don't throw away the contest. Not until the last moment. Think, Keiichi Mayabara. Think. Not about how to make more curry, about how to win the match. I had an idea. I didn't think it could turn the tables, but it was better than nothing. Tomita-kun, come and wash your hands. Help me out. Okamura-kun, there's something I want you to find. Okay, gotcha. Both of them dispersed after receiving these instructions. Oh? How is Kei-chan going to flunder about at the end? Why don't you show me? Nobody likes a stubborn fool, you know. Shut up. Just sit there and watch the last card I have to play. First off, Mion, I'll be taking some of your rice. I won't let you say no. I don't really care. It's salty after all. It's okay if Nena helps too, right? Keiichi-kun is in trouble right now. Hearing you say that is very reassuring. Well then, Nena, go make some tea. How? He doesn't trust me. Next, Satoko. Also, Rika-chan, I challenge you to a side bet. What did you say? We'll listen to your request. This was my duty to my two protégés who shed blood, sweat, and tears for my sake. Satoko, Rika-chan, if I receive a perfect score, I'll be taking your curry. Nothing for you to eat. You need to know when to stop joking around. I'll be giving a big no to that. No, it's all right, Satoko. Take him up on it. Firmly patting the top of Satoko's head, Mion said those words with all the gravitas of a club president. You handicapped him this much, didn't you? There's no way he can make up for that. So meet him head on. No matter how hard he struggles, he's not going to make a comeback, right? Grrr, that may be true, but... I don't mind. Keiichi, go for it. Yay! The judges, seemingly growing tired of sampling the various curries, were debating each entry. From what little I overheard, it seemed that Mion's impending victory was not in question. By the way, what happened to Mayabara-kun's curry? I still haven't tried it yet. Yeah, the pot with my curry in it fell over. Is that so? That's a real shame. I may have lost my curry, but that doesn't mean I've lost this contest. I'll have everybody singing my praises. My combative posturing had drawn the attention of all the judges. First of all, just be quiet and eat these, please. I'll listen to your complaints after that. This is my cooking! Mayabara-kun, that's... Onigiri, huh? The judges smiled wryly at the simple fare that was quite in contrast to the preceding bravado. Nena poured tea into the cup she had brought over from the break room. He's making a mockery of this. There, look. There's not even any filling. It's nothing more than salted onigiri. This isn't even worthy of being called a contest anymore. It's true. The amount of salt might be a little much, but... Nena's expression told me that she thought this was a great idea, but it might still not be enough to win the match. Mayabara-san, is this really enough to make a comeback? Gentlemen, you did well. It's all right. Just watch. The judges were chewing with their mouths full and sipping at the tea. Nobody was singing praises or awestruck. They were just quietly chowing down. It seems that Kei-chan has learned how to use some rather underhanded tricks. This might be difficult. Yeah, that's right. Nena understands that now too. What do you mean? Why is everyone just quietly eating that much? You see, Satoko-chan, that's because the judges are actually... Join us next week to find out. We're going to end this episode here. We spent a whole episode on curry. That was a lot of curry. I hope you guys enjoyed it. All right, let's find out what the judges are actually doing next week. See ya.